Welcome to the Temple of Flame. On today, Faith Black Lights, we take a look at this. Today's product comes courtesy of Roger Damps of Burn Your Tongue, the favorite emporium for all things delectably hot, with actual real live physical locations along the Wasatch Front in Utah. If you're like me, when you're looking for a sauce slinger, you want selection. And with well over 800 varieties, you're sure to find it at Burn Your Tongue. You can also check out Burn Your Tongue on Facebook and Instagram, as well as Burn Your Tongue online. Roger is one of the true aces in the chili head world, and we raise our flame in salute. Now, let us return to the ceremony. And what this is from Profanity Jam. I love the name of that company. That's funny. We've got the Habanero berry jelly. So we got for charcuterie, roast chicken or pork loin. Oh, what's this? Going mid-century by spooning over cream cheese, serving with celery, crackers, cranking up your PB&J. So, on the website they have some other suggestions. Well, actually, the peanut butter is one of the big pairings that they add there. So we've got sugar, raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, ají peppers, cranberries, pectin. What are we? Is that part of that? I guess it is. Habaneros and lemon juice. 2 different peppers, 4 different berries. I am pretty excited about what we might have here. They're calling this habanero berry, so it's clearly not supposed to be one particular berry over another. It doesn't seem. Oh boy, look at this. So this is, you can see it's at the level of the label. So there's a little bit of space in there. You heard a pop when I opened it, I presume. It's quite runny for a jelly. Very unusual to the other jellies. This is extremely runny. Why is this so runny? This is more like a slurry sort of syrupy stuff because, okay, look at this. Do jellies do this? Not the ones I've had so far, that's for sure. All right, let's take a little look here. I mean, it looks actually like a grape jelly. It doesn't look necessarily... Obviously, there's chunks in there, but the hue is definitely very much grape jelly territory. That sort of maroon burgundy into purplish color. I mean, it does look good. Let's have a... It smells interesting. We don't have vinegar in here. We have lemon juice to, I would imagine, cut the sweetness. So I'm really interested to see what they came up with here. No vinegar and no salt. So we could be in for a wild ride. I'm kind of excited to see about what they have here in comparison to the other jams and jellies I've had this year, which is 2025 as I film this. But let's get on into it. That is fascinating. Definitely getting raspberry and blueberry. I don't know so much
There is a tartness to it, which could be the quinine from the cranberries and the lemon juice. Very slight back end of heat here. That bite was more on the strawberry side. I've never had a jelly that you had to agitate. I can't get over this texture. This reminds me of like the stuff you would pour over ice cream. You know, like a sundae. By the way, I don't know why this isn't listed in the stuff, but this 100% would make an excellent sundae. You paired this with a little bit of chocolate. That's super good. This is definitely one of the better jellies I've had. Is it the best? It's in the running. I'll just be straight across. Of all the jellies I've had so far this year, this is 100% in the running for the best one by no comparison. It is right there, either at the top or right near the top. I would have to go through the rest of them, kind of assess that. I can't say for sure where it is off the top of my head, because jellies is not a huge component of what I do. But man, this is fantastic. I'm almost tempted to bust out some ice cream and have it with that, but I think we're going to stick with the plan for this video. The plan is Breton crackers. Seen these before with other jellies. One of my favorite crackers. And of course, we got to have some cheese. We've got Brie. We've got Dubliner, sort of a white cheddar. We've got a smoked Gouda. We've got Muenster. So it seems like kind of an eclectic selection of cheeses, and it is. And the reason I chose these is because I was looking to try to pair each individual berry with the cheese to just kind of see which ones work. But this is so good, I'm confident in stating they will all work. This is fantastic. What I mean, I could use it hotter, to be sure. I mean, I always say that. Let's get... Hello, crackers. Please come out and play. All right. We'll put those aside. I'm not going to close it off, though, just in case I happen to need more. All right, let's have it. Boy, it's still running. I mean, look, it's kind of trying to run off the cracker right now. Wow. Wow. We'll come back to that. All right, I got 2 knives this time, so I don't do the stupid thing. I'm cutting a soft cheese and then trying to cut over the other stuff. And we'll play the usual game of, am I going to stab myself? And if so, how often? Okay, let's get into the Brie first. And I tried not to get fancy with this one. Just get regular, just good old standard Brie. Not, I tried to get fancy and get the double smooth, double creamy, whatever it was on one of the other videos. And I found myself wishing I hadn't. I'd just gone with regular, good old fashioned Brie. I don't know what that is, but I don't want that. That cannot exist. It's almost like looks like ink almost. Alrighty, so here we are with the Brie. And, oh. See what I mean? Like it's pouring on there just like a sundae. You guys seen that? Kind of pooling there a little bit. Huh. Let's have another one. So, I kind of think the Brie fits better with a sweeter. Like it gets paired with figs a lot. And figs, as we all know, are just hyper sweet. This is a sweet jelly to be sure. It's just not, it's not that sweet. It is really interesting. I'm not 100% sure I like it. Very interesting. What is this? Oh. I thought I took more of that off than I did. All right, so let's head on over into Muenster. Or Muenster, if you will. All right, we're going to do a couple things here. First, okay. This one I got pre-sliced because I'm making cheeseburgers for a different video. This I think would be very interesting on burgers too, by the way. I almost wish I had some to try on. I mean, there is so much stuff I could try on this that it would be a very filling video if I did that. Let's try this by itself. Just Muenster and the jam. Ooh, that's interesting. Holy crap, I'm going to eat up half this stupid jar just doing this video. All right, we're going to try it sandwiched inside the Muenster this time. I think I like it better without the cracker. Let's have another one just to be sure. I'm going to paint it up. This is just an outstanding product. If you have access to this and you're interested in very, very slightly spicy jams. In fact, I wouldn't even call this a default one. It is extremely mild. That's clearly what they're going for. It is really good. There is a nice little bite. You know what? I will give it a default one. Danger time. See if I can manage not to cut myself this time. I don't think I've ever actually cut myself on camera though. Actually, I rarely cut myself. But it's more, you know, YouTube likes drama, I guess. Although, I suppose cutting yourself is probably not what they would want. If it was intentional, for sure. Give you a little self-harm flag or something. All right. So let's try the Dubliner by itself with jelly. Oh man, Wow. Oh my goodness. That is so good. Wow. So Dubliner is filling in for our aged cheddar or white cheddar, if you will. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mmm. Mmm. Crackers hath betrayed me. All right, well, so far the Dubliner with the crackers is the best one. Last but not least, we do have a nice, good smoked Gouda. All right. Ooh, there's just a little bit to me to have. You know what? I was gonna do that, wasn't I? What the hell was that cut? Man, who taught me how to cut cheese? I should be a pro at cutting the cheese by now. And yes, I do mean in both senses. All right. A little bit of the smoked Gouda. Here we are. Oh man, that is... Some of you out there might be thinking I spoil myself with these videos, and in a lot of ways, you're right. Ain't nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with a little spoiling yourself. Nothing wrong with that. Just when you start doing it all the time, and only that, and to excess. Shouldn't do that though. Gets to be a problem then, and also you lose the thrill. That is excellent. Peaks and valleys. If you stay too long one or the other, then you plateau. And if you plateau, things you love, you just might not love as much. All right, we're doing this thing. But just had to do it. We'll do it. All right, peanut butter and jelly. We're gonna do a couple of them here. They're calling this the best peanut butter and jelly ever. You know, I'm sure. I don't dig on peanut butter and jelly. It's not my thing. But I can see where this could be the best ever. This jelly is just excellent. I mean, I can't say enough about this. It is just really, really super good. Just I find the texture baffling. Like, why is it so runny? But look at this. I don't know if you guys can see it. Look, you can see it. We're halfway down. I'm not quite halfway down, almost. I don't think I love this on peanut butter. And I think the reason why is because, see, I'm starting to get just a tiny, tiny heat charge now. We'll call this a default one. Anyway, I think it's because I had the cheese first, and I like that so much better. Cheese and jelly is just a fantastic combination. I don't care what anybody says. Here's where I'm at. If you say it's not. If you want to say it's not. A great combination. You're just flatly wrong. Man, I could just keep going. I could just keep going. I could just keep right on going. Look at this. We whacked through half this jar. I could go. I could keep going until I ran smooth out of crackers. I could do it. I would have no qualms about doing it, actually. That is, what a delicious thing. The texture, like I said, and I'm going to keep bringing this up because it's just odd to me. The texture is a tad weird. Wherein, you know, well, you saw it. It's closer to syrup, I think, than what we would know as a jelly or preserves or anything like that, or a jam. They're calling it a jelly. I don't know. I say this in every one of these goddamn videos I do, but I don't know what constitutes the difference between a preserve, a reserve, a jam, a jelly, whatever. A marmalade, I don't know. To me, they're all the same type of thing. But I'm sure people in that world, there's a meaningful difference. I just don't know what it is. And if I'm being honest, I'm probably never going to. This is right near the top. I can't say it's the best jam or jelly or whatever this type of thing that I've had ever or this year. But I also can't think of what that might be. So I guess in a way it's sort of by default already there. Definitely I would say this is in the top 2 or 3 I've had ever. Definitely as far as the spicy ones, again, same thing. Top 2 or 3 ever. It's just a phenomenal product. So this is one I would say that you should try to seek out if you possibly can. Well worth it. And I imagine that if you don't have any on a store shelf near you, you can probably order it online or something. Quite good. Quite an excellent concoction they came up with here. I don't love the texture. I kind of wish it was more solid a little bit. It would be a little bit easier to work with. But who knows? Maybe this is just out of room temperature. Maybe once I throw it in the fridge, it'll firm up. I don't know. We'll find out. I am probably going to have it on ice cream. I am probably going to have it on burgers. I definitely want to test on those 2 things. But everything they mentioned there, charcuterie, peanut butter jelly, it was like charcuterie is obviously better. But I could see that you could put it on roast chicken or pork loin as a glaze. Absolutely. 100%. And the cream cheese, I mean, I tested with a lot of different cheeses here. I'm sure, I mean, you could have it with PB&J. So here's where I think that it doesn't work in a couple of respects. I didn't love the flavor, honestly, with the peanut butter. I thought it was iffy. It was okay. I'm not a big PB&J fan. I'm the wrong audience. Secondly, though, this texture to me is the wrong texture for a PB&J. It is way too liquidy, way too runny for that, in my view. So I think it kind of falls down just a tad there. But that aside, I mean, what we're looking for really is what is the flavor. How delicious is it? Very. It is very, very delicious. And heat-wise, like I said, it's probably I'll give it a default 1. Get a default 1 for heat. It's not going to be challenging to anybody. So, but this is one of those products I would say if you like jam and jellies and you're interested at all in chilies, 100% you should go and seek this out. Absolutely stunning. No question about it. And we're going to leave it right there. So that was the Profanity Jam Habanero Berry Jelly. Now go in peace to serve the flame.